What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to another review here. Thomas Opent, one of my English reviews, and I'm doing this because I'm reviewing a beer from a brewery that I've really fallen in love with over the last couple of months. I still got a few of their beers standing by, including a few that I probably should have had by now. They're not going to be bad, but there are a few pale ales there that I might have been better if I drank them a little bit fresher. But you know, fuck it, whatever. You can only drink as much beer in a day. And I've been really looking forward to this one. I kept pushing it away, and then I felt like maybe I shouldn't review it. Maybe I should just enjoy it, and then I wanted to enjoy it, and then I felt like maybe I want to review it, and then I put it away. And then I went and looked for a few beers to review, and then I went like, I got to do this because people sent me this, and somebody gave me that, and this should be, you know what's going, you know what that's like. And suddenly today, I'm sitting here, and I just reviewed a beer that didn't land right. I didn't like it. Probably gonna make a drain pour out of it. I'm gonna give it a little bit more of a chance, and probably gonna be a drain pour. And then I remembered I still had Labietis Pokaiņu Mežs. I'm probably completely butchering the pronunciation of that. It's their Magic Forest. It is a 11.4% herbal barley wine. I love that pagan brew thing on there. And here we go. It's a barley wine brewed with pine buds and wild rosemary. I love these guys. An intense brew first enjoyed by the British aristocracy during the Industrial Revolution. Already on the nose, you can feel the drink's thick core of lightly caramelized malts, which is refreshed by the resinous pine buds and the spooky wild rosemary. The tongue literally gets stuck in the maltiness, only to be rescued by the bitterness of the hops, all of which lingers into sticky warmth. Please, let this be a thick, bold, luscious, like they said, sticky, icky, thick, with 5 C's. English barley wine. English barley wine. There's a difference, and I love English barley wine. I'm okay with American barley wine, but I adore English barley wine. Barley wine is life. Oh, the way that pours, that color. Oh, I've had so many way too dark barley wines over the last few years that almost poured like quads. But ladies and gentlemen, will you look at that sort of caramel toffee, like sticky toffee, caramelized sugar color that is clear beer to the max with this, what is it, sort of like caramel color. Yeah, caramel. That's the only color I can think of, like caramel colored, slightly orange, pumpkin colored, fluffy as fuck head. And that fucking dirty glassware. Sorry. So I'm not going to drink this. I'm not going to smell it. I'm just going to look at it and be happy. It's so pretty. It is so pretty. All right, let's just get in that nose. Let's see what this does. I hope this is so much better than what I just had, and that I'm going to be smiling and happy and satisfied on this lazy Monday where I don't have to do anything and just chill and have a nice beer. Let's see what this does in the nose. Oh. That's, yep. So it's like caramel to the max. It's got this note of when you're making your own caramel, right? You're burning the sugars, and right before it starts getting a little bit too much, which can be nice, like the really burned sugar. But when the caramel starts coming and you get a little bit more depth, that slightly burnt nose, slightly toasty thing going on, that's what it does in the nose. There's a definite hop bitterness to this. And there is, I'm not going to call it resinous, but there is definitely sort of like this. I love the fact that none of this is rosemary to the max or pine buds to the max. It just promises in what it says. Herbal. There's a herbaceous note to it. And a good English barley wine should have a herbaceous note to it. And with herbaceous, I love this word. I'm going to keep using it. Maybe you should get a tattoo. Herbaceous. Where this lovely note of like what you get with Earl Grey. With Earl Grey, it has this sort of herbaceous bitterness to it. You get this like this bergamot thing going on. You get like a sort of soft floral note, but it's got like that tannic Earl Grey sort of herbaceousness. It's what I want in a real good English barley wine, and that's what I'm getting here. It's incredibly soothing on the nose. There's a hint of something piney. It's very earthy in a way. Very almost like that like woody. It's hard to explain for me, but it's almost like woody, which is that resin thing, like pine resin. So you get like the woodiness from it. You get that's exactly that thing. That thing. Oh. And again, that just luscious, thick malt backbone in the nose. Anyway, I hope it will have that on in the taste, on the palate, in the mouth feel, and everything. Let's take a sip. I need to see what this does. Cheers, guys. So think toasted bread. Think caramel, toffee. It's not umami, but it's got that herbaceousness from like a good beef stew. And you get like, there's no umami in it, but a good beef stew has like this delicious, like savory, herbal note to it. That's what it is. So take away that beef part, take away the umami part. You know, we're not having any of that, but just that herbaceousness that only comes from when you're making a stew with fresh herbs in it. That malt base is just fucking perfect. And that bitterness is just exactly like I said in the nose, and that's what I want in a good English barley wine. It's that herbaceous, tannic structure that I want from a really good Earl Grey, and that's what this is doing. There's an almost floral note to it, a soft note of citrus, incredibly bitter, but not like bitter, but like the way it should be bitter, in combination with that sweetness, that delicious sweetness of that malt base, which is phenomenal again. And That's absolutely fucking stunning. This is absolutely fucking stunning. This is such a humble label. You know, there's no need for them to scream. It's a aluminum can. It's not a completely labeled can. It's just, here's the can. Here's a label that says what it is. We did some work on it because, honestly, for me, the graphic work on this is just, it's like there's almost a texture to it. You guys probably can pick up on that, but it feels like paper that's been, it looks like paper that's been crumbled and then flattened out again. So that like artwork is fucking genius. And then you get this. And you know what barley wines are beers that are fantastic to age? Or this is something that you shouldn't age. I think all that glorious herbaceousness will fade over time. And maybe something else will be created that is going to be absolutely fucking phenomenal. But I think this is perfect the way it is right now. I wouldn't want it any other way. And I'm what Labietis did here is create a barley wine as a barley wine should be. So many of these barley wines are so over the top. They're being brewed for barrel aging. They're not being made in the old school way anymore. You know, they're not being made in the way that because this is what, for all those who drink barley wines that almost look like fucking Belgian quads and shit like that and strong dark ales. This is what a barley wine is supposed to look like. Okay, this is a barley wine. I love it. I'm fucking in love with it. That's it. That's it. I'm just going to enjoy this beer. I'm going to enjoy what I have there. I make the most of today. I'm going to make the most of today. And that's not something I've done in a while. Yesterday was a good day. Yesterday was a happy day. Today is a happy day. And that's it for this review. I almost decided to just end it there, but I'm going to do the usual spiel because that's what I do. But if you like, I hate doing this, but if you liked it, click like. If you loved it, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to put some links to my social media in the description box below. Links to the Dutch Beer Collective, links to mysterybeer.nl. Leave some comments, and I'll see all of you guys in another review soon. Cheers.